Okay, so for you, I do want you to know how to solve a system by hand, but also you are allowed to use the graphing calculator. So on your test, I do want you to know how to do it both ways. If on the actual exam it doesn't say anything about showing work, then by all means you can do it this way. So here's how this works. Depending on your calculator, this screen might look a little bit different. So I'll show you both ways that it could look, but you're going to do it the same way no matter which calculator that you have. So first thing you're going to do is hit the apps button, which is lit up in red right now, right to the right of the math button. And then you're going to look for the program Poly Simul 2, something along those lines. So we'll, this one's again a little bit different than probably what most of you have, but just in case, I'll show you both. So, okay, that's the one that we went there, and I took a good guess on how it was spelled. So we're going to hit enter on that, and then hit enter again. We want to go to number 2, simultaneous equation solver. So we've got 2 different equations, so that's what we're looking for. This screen, you're going to leave all of it the same. We do want it to leave it on fraction because if it ends up being something yucky and we have it as a decimal, it's going to approximate that decimal. The radian and degree part at the end doesn't pertain to us. You could have more than 2 equations with more than 2 unknowns, but we're not doing that right now. So we're going to practice just doing that example that was on the front of your notes that we did multiple times already. So you're going to hit the button that's underneath the next. So mine looks a little funny here, but it's going to be the graph button. That's the button that on your calculator is right underneath the button that said next. Now, on this calculator, it looks like a matrix. So essentially, you're going to go across. The first column are your x's, the second column are your y's, and then the right side column is your numbers. So if I put in the system that we were doing that's written over there to the right side of the screen, I've got 1x, so hit 1, hit enter, and it'll take you across 3y, and then equals 12. Hit enter. Negative 2. Now, if it had been a minus 4y, I'd put in a negative 4. Otherwise, automatically, it's considered a plus. And then 9. Okay. And then once you are sure that you have all of your numbers in there correctly, then you'll hit the button underneath the one that says solve. So that's going to be the graph button. That's right directly underneath the solve. Now, it gave me these as fractions, but if you change those to decimals, it's 2.1 and 3.3 the same way it was when we did it by hand. Now, if you have the different calculator, again, I know most of you do. I think most of you have the CE. This is what your screen's going to look like. So it looks really more like your equations. So same deal though, we type in 1. Now it will let you change this to a minus then if you want to. Or you can put in a negative 3 if it was a minus 3. 12, negative 2, 4, oops, no, plus 4, 9, and again, we'll hit the button underneath when I'm saying underneath, right here. So the button that's underneath that on your screen is the graph button. So we hit that, and again, it's giving them to you as fractions because that's what I said. Now it looks like we can try hitting the button, again, that's underneath where the red circle is, and it changed them to decimals for me. So there you go. So let me know if you have trouble doing that on your calculator. This is definitely something that you want to be able to do because, like I said, if it doesn't tell you that you have to show work, you can just put it in the calculator and come up with those answers. So there you are.